Okay, it is 2:00. We have a quorum of board members. Guess we can call the meeting to order. All board members are present. The meeting was posted by email and in the laundry room. We can waive reading the minutes of the last meeting as they've been taped and are out there for everybody to watch. I get a motion to do so.
Motion to
Thank
do
you,
so.
Daniel.
Support.
Thank you, Mark. In favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we'll take care of that. So I guess real quickly, we're here to select a bid that we're due in at 4:00 Friday for finishing up the work. Because we've only received one bid as of even this time, we only have one to consider, and that's WSV. We've spoke a lot about it in the past, pretty much know what we're getting here. And I'm ready to just go through the formalities and make a motion to accept their finished work bid and put them to work.
I second.
Thank you, Rose. All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, you know what? We should probably have some discussion first. But that said, would anybody like to talk on the matter in any way, shape, or form? All right. In that case, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. So it passes unanimously. So at this point, it will go on to Ernie Sturgis because of the amount of money just for him to review the contract before we actually execute it. But I don't anticipate any delays there. Okay. Yep. Go ahead, Dan.
I got a question. I think we already talked about it, but I'm going to be down there next Wednesday. Can I get with the contractor and can I have him do my kitchen and I pay the difference for the Corian top or whatever?
Yes.
And then yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I personally am also planning on using WSV to do my kitchen. I encourage everybody to, reach out to him. Patrick is the gentleman you need to talk to. And his sidekick, Misty, will get you any, numbers above and beyond or, give you an estimate. Or they can put in their standard contractor kitchen.
Now, will I have to? Well, will the money that I'm allocated for mine, when he's finished, just go directly to him and I pay the difference for the top? The difference? Or how's that work?
I guess we can work that out. I think the way it's set up right now, each unit owner is going to get reimbursed as they produce receipts.
Can I just do it that way? You think it'd be possible? Make it easier for me?
Nobody's looking to make it more difficult on anybody. And using WSV, I know that they said, because they're already contracted by the association, they're not going to need money down from you. So yeah, basically you can have them do it. They'll give you the bill. You'll give us the bill and we'll pay it.
Okay. And
well, we'll pay it up to the given amount.
I understand, of course, per unit, for that unit, for that. Right. Okay. All right. That'll sound easier. That answers that question.
Mark sent out. So, does any board member have any questions on the spreadsheet that Mark sent out? Or does everybody understand it? Does anybody think we should add to it or take away from it? Anybody have any comments on that?
My comment. So we'll be having a special assessment to come up with between the 15 units that pay for the difference. Is that correct or not?
So, right now, if we go with the budget that we have, we're going to be short funding when it's all said and done. We're going to be short funding because of the upgrades that we've done. We talked about it at the last meeting. So we know where we spent the money, and it's okay if we're short. We just don't know how short we're going to be, so it's not time to really do a special assessment. If people come back like Rose and save us $3,000 on her appliances, if every unit saves us $3,000, that's the money we're short. That's the 45 we're short. I'm also still negotiating with Right Way, and they are revising both their bills. So I don't know how willing they're going to be to give money back, but we might not owe them anything else. We'll wait and see what happens there. But there's still a lot of waiting and seeing, before we need to start counting the pennies in the end.
And their appliances we supposed to come up with buying, and then we hold the receipts and then we get reimbursed. Is that correct?
You get reimbursed up to the line item that's in that spreadsheet,
Right.
for as much as, some people are getting more for their refrigerator because it was a newer refrigerator. So there's less depreciation. And
Right.
And on the appliances, it's non-recoverable depreciation. So the older your refrigerator was, the less money you get. Minimum amount was $1,004, I think, but I could be wrong on that. It's in the spreadsheet.
Just keep the receipts and then send it to the,
Yeah.
send it in.
So really, I
Basically.
guess the question, is kind of still up in the air. Who do we send all the receipts into, and how do we gather them? I kind of wanted to ask Arnold how he felt about that as our treasurer. Would you have time to gather the receipts and collect them, or do you just not have the time for that? How do you feel on that, Arnold?
Yeah, I have time to do that. I mean, if they come in, we can get them and put them in a spreadsheet and then disperse it to the board, and then we can have, I guess, Palmer will write the check out to people.
Yeah, inevitably Palmer has the checkbook and will be writing the checks. But I think that, if we could collect the receipts and at our monthly meeting, I guess, approve or disapprove, hopefully only approve any receipts that are submitted. And then like once a month, Palmer can write a round of checks or something like that to reimburse people so that they don't have to wait until the end. I know that David at Palmer would prefer that, just to wait until the end and write one check to each person. But I guess that depends on everybody's personal financial positions. I understand if people need money and can't lay it out, that's one situation. And on the other hand, if you use WSV and they don't bill us out until the end, we can address it, differently that way.
So WSV can actually get the appliances for us. Is that true?
So yeah, Misty from WSV did say that if anybody wanted to get their appliances through Home Depot, that they get a really good discount with them, and that they would be more than happy, to purchase the appliances on your behalf, get the discount and pass it along directly. So
Okay, that's good information to know.
That's something that they are interested in helping everybody out with. And again, I encourage everybody to deal with WSD as much as possible. They've been quite good.
Do you have a phone contact for WSV for Misty?
Yep, I can pass that along to you, Paul. I'll send
Thank
it
you.
after the meeting.
And send it
Okay.
on to me too, Paul.
That will be
Rob,
in the
Rob.
email that go out to all the residents.
Thank you.
Okay, so Mark will draft something up letting everybody know that we're using WSV. We'll have the contact information in there for them.
Will WSV know what kind of counters are going into, what the standard counter is that's going in?
So it kind of depends on what you had. What did you have in your kitchen?
It was that green, like Formica kind of stuff.
Okay.
It was there
So-
forever.
Yeah, Formica didn't survive, and the adjuster paid us as if there was granite in every unit. Not necessarily to put granite in, but to remove and replace, because it paid the most. It would pay
Okay.
more than a Formica countertop. So with what they're giving you for your countertops, it will put Formica countertops back if that's what you so choose. If you choose to go with granite and it costs more, you will get up to your line item and you'll have to pay the difference.
Where can I pick out the countertops at? Can I go to Home Depot for everything?
So that I would recommend you would talk to Patrick about, because Home Depot where you are now, you know, up in Ohio might not have the same stone as Home Depot here in Punta Gorda. So I don't know how to answer that question. I would hope he'd have a better answer for you.
Okay, Pat, does Paul have Patrick's number?
He's gonna,
You will get it.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll make this point too. There's a trick on Home Depot. When you go ahead and sign in, and then up in the upper left-hand corner, change the zip code to Punta Gorda. And it will tell you what they have in stock in Punta Gorda.
Perfect.
Yep. So there you go.
Thank you. And what about the cabinets? What are the cabinets gonna, or is that gonna be in the other information too, what they're gonna look like?
So cabinets, basically what WSV has said is they would try to match whatever you have. Now, your upper cabinets don't have doors, so it's pretty easy to match that. You know, if
No,
you
the
want-
doors were underneath in the underneath storage place.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because if they were attached, they wouldn't have gotten flooded. And they won't cover them because when they're detached, it becomes contents, no longer part of the unit.
That's okay.
So if you're going to replace your upper unit, your upper cabinets, then you could, you know, just have them match whatever you put up in the upper.
I'll figure it out. Not to worry, Rob. I'll figure it out.
Okay. So again, this is supposed to be a quick board meeting. So I do want to cover any new business that any board member wants to bring up.
Rose has some information to pass along.
Rose?
I did talk to Brightway today because you had mentioned that FEMA insurance said that they would need a letter. They might need a letter stating that
Right.
Brightway threw away our countertops in order to get them covered completely.
Well, that's a little bit not quite a true statement there. So yes, the insurance people said that the only way we are going to be able to add granite countertops that got broken to the claim is if we have documentation from the people that removed them on how they got broken. So if it was broken because it was just cemented down or glued down so tight that in the process of lifting the counter, it broke, basically they want the remover to write a letter saying that it was in the removal process or something like that. As far as them being thrown away, that was not Rightway. Rightway did not throw any countertops away. I'm not going to point fingers or say who I think threw things away, but I know that Rightway did not. I was here on the property when all that stuff was taken out, and they took them out and put them in the lanais.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they now, yes, but you are right as far as if they broke your countertop removing it, the adjuster wants a letter from them saying it broke during removal. It was, you know, due to an installation, not they don't want to cover if they just had a couple stupid laborers come in and lift the granite countertop from either end without supporting it in the middle, it's gonna snap. A skilled laborer knows that, but it's very unlikely that they're going to write a letter saying that they had unskilled laborers that didn't know and broke them just by lifting them. And my personal countertop was broken, and it was broken by them lifting it. No other reason other than that.
It's worth trying to get them to write a letter. They said
It
that
is. I do not deny that. And how did they take to it when you asked them?
he said that I should write him an email, list the unit numbers, and he would pass it along to his team member.
Mm-hmm. Which is, you know, at least they're somewhat receptive. So I guess that's the information that needs to go out to everybody, maybe in Mark's email, that if they believe Right Way damaged things in their remediation, that we need to email them the photos. So, I had floor to ceiling mirrors on a wall, 16 feet long, 4 panels, and they broke them all. They told me that they were going to break, that there was no way that they could get them off the wall without breaking them. I don't think they'll have a problem writing me a letter saying that, because they told me that right up front. It was expected. I'm hoping. So I'm in the same boat. I need them to write me a letter for my mirrors. And
Rob, should I get him to write us a letter about my mirrors?
Yeah, probably so. I'm a little hesitant in answering that, because I'm still negotiating with the adjuster on it, and I don't know that we'll definitely need them, because he did miss them in the first claim. So he's going to add them to the first claim. But what he'll be adding is remove and reinstall. He won't be adding remove and replace. So then it's, well, how did they get broken? Why aren't they here to put back up? And that was, the mirrors were definitely broken due to removal. So to answer your question, yes, you would need a letter from them to make sure you get a claim.
Okay, thank you.
Rose, do you have anything else to add on what you've learned?
No, that was it. If Mark, you would put that out with your email, that requesting the owners.
It's documentation from WSV. And hopefully, I am, right now the negotiations are going well with them, and they've been somewhat receptive, a little more communicative than they used to be. So I think giving them that little bit of money did help. Yeah, I think if they broke things legitimately, they're going to write the letter. If they want to hide, then they might not. And the countertops, if you don't have the countertops anymore, then, because they wrote the claim with everyone with granite, it's hard to say which ones had granite and which ones didn't at this point, unless you have photos of them.
Well, the owners should be honest enough to say what type of countertop they had.
Well, yeah, and I'm not, disbelieving that you had granite and you don't have it anymore.
I didn't have granite.
Oh, you didn't have granite?
No, I had the cheap stuff.
Okay. So that definitely got thrown out. Those countertops got thrown out, but you were given money as if it was granite. So, you're getting a healthy amount. You'll definitely be able to.
It doesn't cover a cheap Formica.
It doesn't?
Countertop. No, it's $200 shy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Rob, what about the floors, the plank flooring that I just put down? Is that covered?
So yeah, if you look at your unit, what, 50?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have a flooring line there, vinyl flooring unit 50. Yeah, it's awfully small print, but it looks like $7,300 for your vinyl flooring.
The plank stuff. Yeah. I had just put that down. Oh, the place looked great when we
Oh,
looked.
I'm sorry, I was looking at the wrong place.
73 flooring.
50 is 4,000 for 50 for vinyl. You'll get a printout. Everybody will get a printout.
Okay, then I won't ask you. What about the painting the walls? How do I pick out the colors for the walls?
How does anybody pick colors for walls?
No, I know. No, I will, but I don't know what kind of paint they're going to use.
Well, I mean, I don't know what paint they're going to use either. They need to put 2 coats on the walls, and they're going to match whatever color your walls were. They're going to match, unless you tell him you want a different color.
No, that's okay. That's
So then
fine.
again, if you know, when you speak with Patrick, if you want to make something a different color, you just got to let him know what color.
No, no, Rob, we're okay.
I'm pretty sure, once Patrick knows that he's got this contract, he's probably going to get in touch with each individual unit owner, to do his sales pitch, honestly, and
Okay,
try to get the rest of the work. He's doing most of it. I know he wants to do all of it. So,
thanks, Rob. You've been great. Thank you.
anybody else there want to say anything? Add to this meeting? All right, in that case, we will re-adjourn, or our next meeting will be the first Friday of next month, which is April 4th. And that meeting will be back at its normal 4 o'clock hour, I believe. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So with that, unless anybody has anything else they want to bring before the board,
I'd
look.
make a motion to adjourn, 2:21.
Motion accepted. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Arnold. Then with that, all in favor? Aye.
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 And that is the end of this meeting. Thank you all for your time. And as always, call me if you need anything.